Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial. I'm having to re-record this, so I'm kind of... So let's just get started. We're making a portal for any game. So private serialized field, private text mesh pro, level 2 load label. And that's going to be our 3D text label. And then we're going to also need a private string portal link ID. Say portal link 1 for default, and that's going to be link for portals. And then public static string portal link ID static serialized field private game object player position to load, or let's call this portal exit position. And then we need to do a serialized field private string level to load. That's going to be the level to load. And this is going to be for loading screen. And then this is obviously the position to exit at. Okay, and then we are going to do a public static string, or actually public static bool loading new scene equals false, and private level loader, that's just going to get the level loader, and then private FPS controller to get the FPS controller. Let's call it player controller. And then the scene from Unity scene.scene management, and we'll just call this scene, or needs a different name, so just mscene private string scene name. Okay, and then on the private void awake, we will mscene equals scene manager dot get active scene. That's just going to get the current scene, and then we can set the scene name to mscene dot cname, and then we can get the player controller, find object of type player control, or yeah, FPS controller. Okay, and then on the private on trigger enter, we will if other dot compare tag is the player, and if level to load is not equal to scene name, then the portal link ID static will equal the portal ID, and that's just going to set static ID. And then that bool loading new scene equals true, and level loader dot load level to load. Okay, and then finally we need to add the start function, and level to load label dot game object dot set active is true, and we actually need to set it to false here, and that's going to, it's kind of confusing, but that's going to disable and refresh the text for multiples. So it's just like some sort of like bug with Unity and loading text. Sometimes you have to do that. Okay, and level loader equals find object of type level loader, and then your if portal link ID static equals portal ID. Then we're just gonna start a quick queue routine, and I don't think you need this part where you make the enumerator, but you know, yeah, let's just remove it. We're only gonna add it if we need it, because it's from my old game. So what we're gonna do is take the player controller transform position and rotation and set that to our exit position dot transform position and rotations, and then we're going to set the loading scene to false. I know this is really confusing, but what's happening here is you're going through the portal and then triggering all this stuff after you load the new scene. Okay, and then so now we need to set up our portal. So got an empty game object here. Let's just go ahead and create a 3D object cube inside of it and call this the portal trigger. And we're gonna make it thin, make it kind of door shaped. All right, and set it to is trigger. We're gonna take our script, our portal script, and just put it on there, and then rename this to portal to levels. And we can prefab this. And then in our portal trigger, I'm gonna call this, I'm just gonna put trigger script so we know where the script is. And then we need to make a 3D object, or not 3D object, UI Text Mesh Pro? No, because it can't be UI. Yeah, it needs to be, there it is, yeah, 3D object Text Mesh Pro. And make it really small. That way editing the font won't be so ridiculous. And just know there's two ways to change the scale up here and then the font scale, so whatever looks right for your game. But let's see. I hate when it does this. Let's fix the rotation to face it. Set everything to like there. You just gotta kind of line the text up, right? Okay. I'll make it bold so we can see it better. Auto size it, and then call this our level to load text. And then we need a exit position. So let's create another 3D object cube. Remove the box collider. And then since we're also getting the rotation, we want it to be rotated the correct way, facing out the way we went in. So this blue line is going to be the way we will spawn out. And then disable the mesh renderer. Remember, I just do that so I can see it. It's an easy way to see it. And then we are going to call this the exit position and plug that in. Cool. And now I'm going to make a bunch of scenes. So let's make a couple scenes to test this out. I'm going to delete the knob mesh and duplicate the test scene and call this test scene B. And call this test scene A. Also going to go to menu, make sure we're loading the right scene. Load test level test scene A. Okay, and then so test scene B is going to load test scene A. What's going on here? I guess I'm going to delete test scene B because I don't know what happened, and I was working with an old scene. Okay, test scene B, there we go. And then we are going to load test scene A from test scene B, and then on test scene A we're going to load test scene B. And then we can do the same thing and have multiple portals with multiple different exits by duplicating it and simply changing the portal links and making sure we have another portal with the same link on test scene B. So I'll duplicate that, and this one's going to have portal link 2. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, we need our knob meshes, that's right. Because I deleted the knob mesh, we need to rebake them. So let's go to our game. I'm going to take the wall, put all this on a game object called level. That way I can disable the game and bake the knob mesh and show it. That looks good. And re-enable the game. I'm going to do the same thing on test scene B. Or I guess I was already on B, so I'll do the same thing for A. So let's make an empty for the level. Disable the game, bake our knob mesh, re-enable our game. Okay, let's give this a little test. Everything's working. Kill our enemy. Uh-oh, going on with our sample text, or with our 3D text. So I forgot to put the level to load label text equals level to load. So these will both go to test scene B, but we didn't add it to the build. So add test scene B. Now we're on test scene B. Let's see if we can go to A. Yep, and let's see if we go through B, do we come out? Uh-oh, we're ending up at 0, 0, 0 first. That's not right. This is the right position. B, A, B, A. Then the one on the right should be there. Yep, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A. Oh. What the? Hello, kitty. If we go through A on the left, we go through B on the left. Huh. So is B on the left broken? B on the left? No. Test scene A. Test scene B on the left. Strange. Strange. Let me figure this out. Okay, so that seemed to have fixed it. I just went with what I did in my game previously. So just make this little enumerator, and then our code was here. So move it from here into the enumerator, and then write out the start coroutine. What this is just going to do is wait 1 frame, and then it's going to set player position and rotation. I don't know why I need that, but it's a very useful function, this wait 1 frame coroutine. There's a lot of times in video games where you just need to wait 1 frame for things to work out the way they should. So now when I go in through the right, I come out on the right, go in through the right, come out on the right, go in through the right, come out on the right, go in through the right, come out on the right, and so on and so forth into infinity, and I don't get thrown back to 0.0.0. And if I do the left, it should always come out on the left with the right portal over there. And yep, seems to be working. Going to try it just a few more times, make sure I don't end up in, if I can just move backwards, I can do it a bunch of times. Making sure I don't end up at 0.0.0. Because if I did, I would just keep going backwards, right? My portal wouldn't be there. So yep, that fixes it. Just needed to wait 1 frame to save the position. Shoot, I almost forgot. And we want to take advantage of the loading scene name. So let's go ahead and go into our level loader and find or actually add to it a new text. So this is going to be our level loading text, and then we can set this, and then we're going to set the loading screen, the level loading text, to loading equals scene index dot text equals scene index. And actually I don't think we need, actually we do need the portal link ID static. That's not for the loading screen, that's for loading, or for memory to load across levels. So this is going to make it memorize it. Because it's static, it will memorize it as it loads the new level. My bad. And then, that's my RPG game. That's where I'm getting this from. And then go into your canvas, go to your level loader, and first add a new text to your loading screen. And we'll call this, get big, auto size it. Let's make it white. Level to load text. Loading level to load. Okay. And then we're going to add that to our level loader. And now, when I go through my portals, hard to see it, but there's a loading. Little, see, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. So now it's showing us the level being loaded. Alright. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more future videos.